guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a recipe of the week, and we're going to start out by doing a roast in a crock pot. Here are some of the things that you will need. Now how I do it. You'll need a crock pot, of course. So I have some carrots, celery, onion. Of course I have my roast. The seasonings that I personally prefer: garlic powder, onion powder, paprika or smoked paprika is really good too, and of course some salt and pepper. You will also need a frying pan for this, and I will show you why. So let's get started. Okay guys, so this is the first thing that I am going to do is cut up my onion and the rest of my vegetables. I am peeling off the top layer of onion here. It didn't come with like a skin or anything like that, so I wanted to get that top layer off. And what we're going to do is we're just going to roughly chop this onion, so not into little bits. We actually don't really like onion in our house, but I do like the flavor of it, so I am going to put it in the bottom to give the roast a little bit of flavor. So like I said, just big chunks, roughly chop it and stick it in the crock pot. Alright, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take 4 stalks of celery. I'm going to go wash them, of course. Always wash your celery, guys. And again, we're just going to roughly chop the celery into big chunks and throw it into the crock pot as well. Last thing I'm throwing in the bottom of the crock pot is some baby carrots. That's what I had on hand, but of course you can get other carrots and cut them up. And here we have our bed of vegetables ready for the roast. Okay, so our next step is actually my favorite step. I love seasoning. So we're just getting this bowl and we're gonna put our seasonings in here and kind of make a dry rub type of thing. Do not be afraid to season your meat, guys, with some salt and some pepper, of course. So a few cracks in there. We're gonna get some garlic powder. I'm just kind of eyeballing this, so just season it however you like. And some onion powder, of course. Some of that in there. And last but not least, some paprika. These are my go-to seasonings whenever I want to season something, whether it's a roast or chicken for fried chicken. These are kind of my go-to seasonings. But don't be afraid to season this beef, guys. So we're going to put this seasoning all over the beef. The front, the back, the sides, and everything in between. Get it nice and seasoned and rub it in there. Of course, remember to wash your hands after you're done seasoning your beef. Next, we are going to put the skillet on the stove and we're going to heat this up. So I am personally using some just nonstick spray. You don't have to, that's just what I use. You can use any type of oil that suits your fancy. Once it is nice and hot, we're going to put the meat in there and let it sear. Let it get a nice golden color on all sides, guys. So the top, the bottom, all sides, get it nice and seared, and then we're going to stick it in the crock pot. Okay, so once you have seared all sides of the meat, we're going to stick it in our crock pot Put the lid on and put it on low for 6 to 8 hours. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is set our oven to 400 degrees and we're going to get our ranch potatoes ready. You will need, of course, a sheet pan, small yellow potatoes, a packet of ranch, a bowl, and a little bit of oil. I will be using a little bit of vegetable oil. Just put them into the bowl, put some veggie oil on there, and we're going to shake it around to get all the potatoes coated. Once the potatoes are coated in the oil, then we will be using the ranch packet. I just use a whole packet, but you can use half of it if you want. Sprinkle it on the potatoes and shake that around as well. And of course, we're going to put them on our sheet pan and put them in the oven for about 30 to 45 minutes, just depending on how big your potatoes are. The roast is done. I have it resting. It is, of course, falling apart because it's so tender. Put a little piece of foil on top and just let it rest. And this is the finished product, guys.